Who are you?
It does not matter who we are. What matters is our plan. We are nothing. We are the dirt beneath your feet. And no one cared who I was until I put on the mask.
If I pull off your mask, will you die?
It would be extremely painful.
You're a big guy.
For you.
Ever since that day Harvey Dent was killed, Batman has become hated, seen as a villain by the people of Gotham. The hero is no more, yet I cannot live on as merely Bruce Wayne. I have lost my place in this world. Bruce Wayne has died alongside Batman.
Bruce Wayne, the once heroic Batman, has degraded into a crippled, depressed old man. He has no desire to reveal himself to the public and avoids all social interaction. Knowing that the Batman is now a hated figure, yet unable to let it go, Bruce Wayne clings on to the role of Batman, unable to adjust to his life as Bruce Wayne.
We were in this together. Then you were gone.
The Batman wasn't needed anymore. We won.
Built on a lie. Our lie. Now there's evil rising from where we tried to bury it. Nobody will listen. The Batman has to come back.
What if he doesn't exist anymore?
He must. He must.
Although Bruce has quit his life as Batman, the city of Gotham needs him more than ever. The mercenary, Bane, has infiltrated the city and seriously injured Commissioner Gordon, head of the Gotham City Police Force. Knowing that the disruption of society that Bane will cause will overwhelm the general populace, Gordon barely escapes to alert and call out to Batman. The turbulence is the perfect opportunity for Bruce Wayne to make a comeback as Batman, and an invitation to his final journey as the iconic hero.
If this man is all the things you say he is, this city needs me.
This city needs Bruce Wayne, not Batman.
I tried helping as Bruce Wayne, Alfred, and I failed.
You can fail as Bruce Wayne, but as Batman, you can't afford to.
Are you saying that if I go back out there, I'll fail?
I'm afraid you want to. I won't bury you. I've already buried enough members in the Wayne family.
You abandoned me?
You're not Batman anymore.
As a Threshold Guardian, Alfred believes that Bruce Wayne should not go back to the role of the hated Batman, and instead live his life as the richest man of Gotham. Although his motives do not fit in exactly with the traditional, Alfred nonetheless attempts to stop Bruce from entering the unknown. However, recognizing that he cannot stop him, Alfred leaves Bruce's side in a desperate attempt to change his ways, allowing Bruce to proceed to the unknown.
Mr. Fox, I'm ready to get back in the game. What do you have for me?
I'm glad you asked, Mr. Wade. Right this way. Fully bulletproof, detachable wings, deadly batterings, and of course the mask.
Lucius Fox, the effective CEO of Wayne Enterprises, is the primary helper of Bruce Wayne, doing his best to aid the superhero in his time of crisis. He is the supplier of all his gadgets, and although not seen in this scene, he constantly strives to protect those who Bruce loves, including Miranda Tate, Wayne Enterprises, and Gotham City. For his flashy comeback, the misunderstood hero tries to redeem himself by stopping Bane from seizing funds at the stock exchange. Bruce has emerged from the ruins of his past life and is now actively engaged in restoring his honor, thrusting himself into the unknown world to initiate his journey of transformation.
These days, I feel like you're the only person I can trust. That's why, Miranda, I've decided to hand over to you full power and ownership of Wayne Enterprises.
The reactor too?
Yes, the reactor too.
Thanks, baby. Through her looks and sexual temptations, Talia al Ghul, alias Miranda Tate, tricks Bruce Wayne into giving her his entire executive of Wayne Enterprise. Her main goal is being able to gain access to the company's most powerful nuclear reactor, which is later modified into a nuclear bomb. Her true intent being to drive both Bruce and Gotham into utter chaos and destruction for the honor of her father, Ra's al Ghul. This decision temporarily drives Bruce away from his role as the owner of Wayne Enterprise, while resulting in the near failure of Batman in his final battle with Bane.
You've made a serious mistake coming here, I'm afraid.
Bane.
Fight like a Yanker man. Nothing held back. Nothing in reserve. You think darkness is your friend, your ally, but you merely adopted the darkness. I was born in it, formed by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man, and by then, it was nothing but blood! The shadows betray you because they belong to me! I will send you to a place of absolute despair, an endless abyss. There, you will taste the terror of being unable to help your city in its greatest time of need. You will watch helplessly as Gotham crumbles under my feet, and then, only once your hopes have been utterly crushed, then you have my permission to die.
In order to put a stop to the fear and chaos Bane generates in the city he loves, Batman has sought and tracked down the mercenary to his hideout in the sewers of Gotham. His authority and ability as the protector of the city is challenged by Bane, and unfortunately for Batman, Bane proves himself to be the superior fighter. Having defeated and crushed the hero, the mercenary has Batman confined into a pit of misery and despair while he wreaks havoc in the city, providing yet another challenge Batman must overcome.
Where am I?
You're in the pit. You're as good as dead now.
Citizens of Gotham, there is a trigger planted within one of you, an ordinary citizen. But do not fear. The oppressed will rise, and the rich corrupted will fall. This great city will be yours. The rich will be dragged out of their homes and destroyed. The spoils will be enjoyed. Court systems will be convened. And the police, they will survive once they learn to serve true justice. This great city will endure, citizens of Gotham.
Having gotten the nuisance called Batman out of the way, Bane begins to do what he wishes with the city, driving the metropolis into a state of perpetual anarchy. He sets his own rules, own court systems, own armed forces while continuously plotting the city's downfall, steadily leading Gotham City into ruins. Bane is destroying the one thing Batman has left to love, a challenge Batman must overcome to become a true hero.
You do not fear death. You think this makes you strong, but this makes you weak.
I'm gonna work harder.
How can you move faster than possible, fight longer than possible, if not from the most powerful impulse of the spirit, the fear of death, the will to survive?
I do fear death. I fear dying in here and my city burns. There's nothing I can do.
And make the climb.
Having witnessed the escape of Ra's al Ghul's child, the blind prisoner within the abyss is aware of the secret to greater power and strength. After observing Bruce Wayne's futile attempts to escape and build up his strength, he passes on the knowledge to the initiate that he must embrace the fear of death in order to grow strong beyond belief. Constantly failing the challenge of escaping the hellhole with his ideals and methods as Batman, Bruce Wayne is impelled to seek another way and transcend the identity of Batman. After achieving the revelation with the aid of his mentor, Bruce once again embraces his fear of death, something he had discarded as a hero, bringing him closer to his Bruce Wayne persona, ultimately resulting in his escape of the hole and return to Gotham.
So you came here to die with your city?
No, I came here to stop you. Where's the trigger?
How did you make it out of the pit?
You made it out. The child of Ra's al Ghul.
But I'm not the child of Ra's al Ghul.
But he's not the child of Ra's al Ghul. I am. Though I'm not ordinary, I'm still a citizen. Having absorbed all of his lessons from his experiences in the Abyss, Batman emerges more powerful than ever. He is able to fight with his nemesis Bane one-on-one and eventually dominates the mercenary, destroying his respirator and crippling him. However, the betrayal of Talia al Ghul, previously known as Miranda Tate, forces Batman into a situation in which he must choose between embracing his fear of death and fleeing, or living up to his ideals and protecting the city.
The Batman needs to save the city, but Bruce Wayne must live on.
Faced with the choice of saving the city or saving himself, Bruce Wayne finally realizes that he has transcended the role of Batman and can live without the superhero status, while also acknowledging that he must satisfy the role of Batman, being the hero Gotham deserves, but not the one it needs. As a result, he plans an elaborate scheme to grant Batman the heroic death he deserves, while at the same time embracing his recovered fear of death and escaping certain death as Bruce Wayne. The Batman is truly dead, and only Bruce Wayne, a human that has surpassed the role of a superhero, is left. Now perfectly happy without his batsuit, the Initiate is now back to his life as ordinary Bruce, except with his death faked so that he can construct an ordinary life. Bestowed upon this hero are two gifts: a life void of any connections to the past, and a girlfriend.